Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is my absolute pleasure to welcome you to our upcoming 9th annual Fall Michigan Friendship Invitational Tournament. Welcome to all. Welcome to our special guest schools for joining us from the Shito-Ryu group and the Shotokan group, and welcome to all Zenbei Batokukai international members. Thank you once again for joining us for a wonderful day of competition coming up this Saturday, September 16th. I want to take an opportunity to thank all the volunteers and judges for coming out and supporting the event. We could not do it without you. Make sure that you have your volunteer packet, your volunteer shirt, and your wristbands for the event. Remember, all judges and black belt assistants should have a wristband as well. As you all prepare to arrive to Saturday's tournament, remember that there is parking in 3 main areas. There's parking in lot P16, P17, and there is a structure just down the street if needed. We've done our absolute best to schedule the tournament in such a way where those areas will minimize the congestion, the congestion will be minimized in those areas. We encourage you to walk through the doors of the arena with your wristband on. That's going to help you get through the arrival station much faster and get into the arena for competition. At the entrance table, there will be mouth guards for sparring if you need one, and any overstock t-shirts that we have left for sale available there. Remember that there's going to be locker room and restroom options both on the upper end and lower end of the arena facility. And we do have at this point updated arrival times that you can follow after seeing the total number of competitors and the total number of performances on the floor. The 9 o'clock time will be the same, of course, for our teen and adults. They'll get the day started. Then our little dragons should go on around 10:30, a little bit later than what we originally had expected. So you can plan for 10:30. We won't start until that time at the earliest. Our 9-year-olds and up, I'm sorry, 9 and under rather, 9 and under time will be 11:30, and then 1:15 for those that are 10 to 12 years old. And then our black belt time has been slightly adjusted to 3:15 p.m. for black belt competition to begin. So black belts, if you're only coming to compete and you're not going to be there for any other part of the day, be there before 3:15. Remember that in the arena, we'll have our large division assignment charts that will help you follow the progress of each ring. And then we also have the smaller versions of what we call the Find Your Ring paper that allows you to look up what ring number your various competitions will be in. There's even QR codes around that area when you first walk in that you can use so you can look for those things on your phone. The division call-out procedure will be as follows. We will mention the event, whether it be weapons or kata or sparring. We'll mention the age if appropriate, the belt level, the number of the belt, the cue of the belt, the color or stripe of the belt, and in some cases, the gender involved. Remember that in our tournament, we are opening this up to different organizations, different belt structures. Sometimes you may see belts in your group that you don't recognize, that you may think are at a different level. There are different ways of organizing those belts. We've done our absolute best to make sure that the competition is as fair and as even as humanly possible. Remember to always respond to, of course, your current age and the belt that you're currently wearing when being called to a ring. The instructors have worked hard to make sure that anything that has changed since registration has been updated effectively. All the rings on the arena floor will be outlined in white, and the performance mark or the embusen mark to start will be a large version of our crest on the floor. As you perform, each division will finish and the awards will be presented right there in the division. So once you've done everything you've come to do, you're not required to stay. However, we do encourage you to watch, and sometimes seeing the different ranks and the higher students perform can be a lot of fun. There are concessions available provided by OU both before and after you compete. We just ask that we do our best to set a good example and clean up after ourselves and make the arena and the OU staff do as little as possible. Remember, the restricted area, of course, is that tournament floor. Only the volunteers that are serving our tournament, the competitors that are currently out there, and judges that are currently out there should be on the floor. I also mentioned this to any staff and black belt assistants too. Remember that we don't want to block the viewing area. We don't want to block the way for the tournament to run. When you're out there doing your job, please be out there and please do it. But when you're not out there and you're not working the tournament, please be off the floor and allow that area to be available for the competitors and the judges and so on and so forth that are using it currently. We do have, of course, staff photographers. We do have different people taking pictures and organizing things so that it'll be available for everybody after the fact. Remember that applause is allowed, of course, but keep noise down to a minimum. Our competitors have worked really hard to come out here and perform, and it takes a lot for them to do that. There really shouldn't be any cheering or especially any coaching. They've worked really hard, they've trained, they've learned from their instructors. We would hate for anybody to be disqualified because of outside interference. Each ring will have at least one coordinator that is typically standing at the ring that is in charge of organizing the competitors. Should there be a need to approach anybody, they would be the one person to approach. And that way, the rest of the staff can man the ring and everything can go on as scheduled and appropriately. Remember, volunteers, that links have been sent out to the various videos for training purposes. We do encourage you to watch any and all videos, even if you've done your job before. It's always good to be fresh and current on all updated information and to just be truthfully fresh and current and ready for the day. We will start Saturday at 9 a.m. sharp. We're very excited to be welcoming back to the tournament floor our anthem singers, Mrs. Emma Fall and Miss Claire Patterson. They will open up our tournament with the national anthem in style, and then we will do our official bow-in, and we will start with our teen and adult weapons divisions. So everybody, please be ready to go if that's you at 9 a.m. We will start right away at that time. And just be aware, all competitors, parents, and spectators, about the virtues of the Competitors Pledge. Remember that you represent your instructor in school, and of course your organization, so please do your best to do that well. Good luck to everybody, and I can't wait to see you on Saturday. Thank you so very much.